Yo, what's going on, Fragrance family? It's your man Gator, better known as the Novice Nose out here in these fragrance streets. And guys, I just got in, been a long day as usual for me, and wouldn't you know, I had a nice surprise at the door, right? So we're gonna do an unboxing tonight of a fragrance that I've been waiting on to come into stock in the US for a while now. And it's because I love that DNA so much. Now, the fragrance in is this one. This is F.A. Paris, or Fragrance World's new Pinnace. So the name of this particular fragrance, Pinnace, you can see on the box here. Let me see if there we go. Focuses up. So Pinnace, I looked it up, guys. That is a small boat that is associated with like warships, but it's almost like a scout ship or whatever. And I've seen the design of this already, so I think that's what they were going for. Not sure what it has to do with the fragrance, but whatever. All right, so by the way, I went ahead and took it out of the cellophane wrapper because last time I did a video, I got so many people that were actually coming at me about the crinkling sound in the microphone. So I went ahead and got rid of that sound for you, so you know, so you won't get on my ass this time. Anyway, so this is the box again of Pinnace. This is the new F.A. Paris fragrance. F.A. Paris has been doing a good bit of stuff. French Avenue, I should say, has been doing a lot of pretty accurate banger clones recently. I just reviewed one a few weeks back. Did an unboxing and first impressions of the Aether extrait that they have, which is the Greenley clone, which I at the time said that, hey, I'm just gonna, let that sit in the drawer for a little while, get a little maceration under to see if it'll get it right, keep it from being so light in the ass. And I actually have worn it, and it did work. I got a review coming up, just kind of a follow-up review on that soon. But for today, here we go with the French Avenue version. So here's the box. Here is French Avenue written on the top of the box. You got your little sticker on the back, and I saw this little tail here, and I was like, what is going on with that? That is a little draw, because look at this, and I don't know if you can really see the detail of it, but you see how it has the French Avenue Eau de Parfum. This is a door. Look at this. Ooh, okay, so this is a little doorway here, and it opens up like this, and it looks like it actually just closes almost like it's a magnet on there that closes it shut. So that's kind of a neat little, little detail here for a box. Now, the thing about this thing is you have to you learn something new every day. While I'm sitting here about to reach in, I just realized what the dang tail is for. Watch this. Ooh, so this is the inside, and it pulls out with the little tail. So hey, here we go. This is the box here for the Pinnace. This is old bottle here for the Pinnace. As you can see, it does look like a little yacht, little ship here. If you look at the top here, there is, and actually, before, I'm so scared I'm gonna drop this bottle. The top has French Avenue engraved in it. It's a white bottle, so you probably aren't able to tell. And then it has Pinnace sitting on the side of the bottle here, written in gold. Like I said, that white is going to make it hard to kind of really get a good idea of what it looks like. I'm gonna try it again here, get it a little closer and see if that helps. So you can see it at least. There we go. We got a little focus there. So that's what it looks like up front. This is actually an interesting bottle. I've seen some interesting bottles come through. The last one, the Aether bottle, is kind of a cut glass. It's real stylistic. I like that. This is kind of in the same vein here, I guess. So in the box, of course, it has a little cutout, and then at the bottom it has Pinnace written down there. I hope I don't get demonetized for saying that word so many times. Anyway, this DNA is something that I've actually done some reviews on recently, some other inspired by fragrances of this. Now, this is from that fragrance house that shall not be named. Okay, designer house technically, but they've had some really nice summer scents, man, some summer bangers, and this happened to be one of them that I fell in love with. It is their chill fragrance, a little chilly in the Pacific here, and this goes perfectly with that particular aesthetic, if we were to say chilly in the Pacific. So this is supposed to be an inspired by of that particular fragrance. I'm gonna see what it looks like. This is a weird spraying situation though, because how do you oh, you know what? This actually might be genius, because I just figured out this is probably just like an ergonomic spray. See how the hand fits on there? There we go. Now, I don't want to spray the camera, so let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, oh, got a little bit of an alcohol blast here. Let me spray it out a little bit here before I get it on hand. All right, so the last one I did that was inspired by this particular DNA was the Luciano Coastal Breeze. And Luciano Coastal Breeze is an amazing scent. I put a dent in that thing already, just kind of playing around with it and, you know, wearing it out and seeing how it performs, man. And it is an amazing scent. It's got a really like unique apricot kind of note that pushes off. It's a little bit more apricot than this in the original, but I like that about it. It's got a nice airy feel. It shares that airiness that the original has. The mint kind of adds to that in that particular vein and aspect. So this one, oh my gosh. Okay. So there's a couple things I pick up right off the bat when I smell this one. So I just mentioned that the Luciano inspiration, the Coastal Breeze, is more apricot heavy. This one seems to be a little bit more lean into the orange aspects of it. And when I say orange, I pick it up orange mostly, but it's the citrus blend. It seems like the citruses are blended a lot better. I do pick up a little bit of apricot in there, or something in that citrus blend that resembles apricot, but I get it's a really nice, really well blended citrus in here. The other thing I learned, I'm picking up on this one, is that the orange is a little bit more prevalent, but it seems like the black currant is even more prevalent in this one. So the black currant wasn't as big a player in the, matter of fact, hold on. This is the Luciano, of course, the Coastal Breeze. And so just a quick compare, right quick, since it was on my desk. So this is definitely a lot more apricot. It's a little bit more, it pushes out a little bit more. It's a little bit more effervescent. And I think that's the mint that has it giving a little bit more airiness to this one. Like it pushes out, like when you walk by, it's like I said, it's hard to describe, but it's kind of like a zinginess that's going on with the Luciano. A little bit more zinginess. It's not like ginger zingy, but it's a little bit more zinginess to it. This one doesn't have, it's got, you can tell that it does have the mint, but it's a little more subdued. It's a little more subtle. And it could be just because this one is more well blended, it seems, at least just from the first sprays into it. Now, I will say that this one seems like it's a little bit lighter in the ass a little bit than the Luciano. Like the Luciano one seems to be a little bit bolder as far as like the way it presents itself, and it could be because I'm a big fan of that apricot variation that it takes as opposed to the OG and to the Pinnace version. But I will say the Pinnace version is beautifully blended, man. That citrus in here is amazing, and it's getting into that black currant. That black currant is a lot more present in this one than it is, at least in the opening in the Luciano. Now, I don't know if it's gonna sit in there, how long that black currant sits in there, but I will tell you this, that Luciano seems to be a little bit more like powerful than this one does. This one seems, the Pinnace seems to be a little bit more subtle. Now, that being said, Coastal Breeze is sat in maceration. I've had it, been, you know, working with it for the last like month or so. This one I just got in, and with a lot of these French Avenue fragrances, man, you spray it out, empty the clip, throw it in the maceration, and they come out like that Aether did. They come out and they perform, you know, 5 to 10 times better. So, and that's not the only one that I've gotten from French Avenue that does that. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in maceration. I love this bottle. The more I'm you know, dealing with it, the more I like it. And look at that. I've got my mastery of the ergonomics down to this particular fragrance. This is a good one though. This is super well blended. I would go as far as to say that quality wise, it seems to be even a little bit better and closer to the OG quality wise than the Luciano is. And actually the texture and the DNA seems to be, and the way it's blended seems to be closer to the OG in this scenario. The apricot, the higher apricot variation in that Coastal Breeze is why I'm a big fan of it though. This one, like I said, does have some of that apricot in it, and it's closer to the OG, but like I said, it's more subtle than the OG. The one thing it doesn't take from the OG is that airiness, that push, that zinginess that the Coastal Breeze has. But it has the actual DNA of the OG down pat, with the exception of the airiness and the push. And I think it's just, maybe it's a more subtle mint that they used in this one as opposed to the other one, as opposed to the Coastal Breeze. In any event, this is a beautiful fragrance, man. It's a beautiful presentation. I love the way this thing presents. Beautiful fragrance. I am looking forward to seeing what this does after I get it out of maceration in a couple weeks. I think this is going to be another one that's going to be a summer banger for me, and hopefully for you too. I know that it's sold out almost everywhere right now. I happened to get my bottle at a good time. Little Birdie was telling me that this should be it should be in stock actually today, and I haven't checked, but it should be back in stock today. It went out of stock in a couple places. If you get it, if you can't get it, get your hands on it, man. This is a beautiful fragrance. I think this is going to be really, really nice. It is a nice variation on the DNA, and I think having these two, while some might think it's redundant, I think these could be used in different areas. I would see this as more as a subtle, at least as it is now before maceration. I see this more as a subtle office version of that chili DNA. I almost flipped it out, of that chili DNA. While this one seems to be one that you could put on, get outside, and move around a little bit in. So, and this one may be too, but I'll see after maceration. That's all I got for right now, guys. Make sure, matter of fact, if you had any experience with this, let me know if you've had any experience with this particular fragrance. Oh, one thing I didn't mention about the box, it's that hard cardboard, right? So no bending, no breaking going on right here. You can stack stuff on top of it, everything. And that's a pretty durable box, and it looks like it might be good for keepsaking. So make sure you leave a like on this particular video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do it, because the community is growing. People are starting to pick it up. I've been having conversations on Reddit, on my YouTube, with people. I love interacting with you guys, giving, you know, my opinions on particular fragrances, because I got a lot of them here. So, and make sure subscribe and share this particular video with somebody you know that loves fragrances. Until the next time, people, I'm out of here. Peace out. Later.